Today on the channel, the Monday Night Wars begin again from the Monday Night Wars Build-A-Figure Rick Rude wave. We got the first Nitro edition of Hulk Hogan.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again with another WCW WWE Monday Night Wars unboxing and review. And today from the Build-A-Figure Rick Rude wave, we got WCW edition for the first ever Monday Nitro, Hulk Hogan. But for all your Monday Night War needs, you better hit up Walmart. But for everything else wrestling related, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And you know, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the Hulkster, no stranger to any of the Mattel lines at this point, but a heavy hitter here in the Monday Night Wars line with Rick Rude Build-A-Figure. And as usual, we'll unbox all these guys individually. At the very end, we'll rank the entire wave and review the Rick Rude Build-A-Figure. And I guess compare it to the Rick Rude Build-A-Figure we got, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. What is time, as we always say? But let's dive into it here. Now, these are being found by most people on the SummerSlam shipper at Walmart. Now, my area, I've got about 8 really close Walmarts, about 14 in the vicinity. As of right now, only one of those stores has got this Monday Night Wars SummerSlam shipper, and I did get the Hogan off of that. Unfortunately, Mosh and Brian Adams missing, so I'm still on the hunt for those two. I'm hoping the rest of my Walmarts come through with those here in the next couple of days. We'll see what happens about all that. But I'm here for the Hulkster here at WCW from the first ever Monday Nitro, which is kind of fun as well. Mall of America, a place I go to at least once or twice a year. It's not too far from where I live. So obviously a lot of time spent for me, a lot of easy vacations for my parent. Let's run up to the Mall of America for the day or two. A lot of good times there. And I still go there whenever I'm around. They got a Toys R Us in there. They got the Nickelodeon zone with toy stores in there and a few other things. Maybe some pizza, maybe a pretzel top at Farland. Always, of course, visiting good friend of the channel, Mark Summers, who does work at the Double Dare stand at the Mall of America. Currently, he is there. He manages that Double Dare stand. Go up to that stand. If Mark's not there, he's probably on break or something like that. Just ask, hey, where's Mark Summers? When's he going to be back? They love it when you ask them that. So make sure you ask that next time you're at the Mall of America. But I remember once upon a time, he had Hogan's Pasta there at the time, which was pretty wild. But it was a very cool event. Obviously, the first Nitro was a big splash. Having it at a place like the Mall of America was an even bigger splash. And to this day, they still run wrestling shows once or twice a year at the Mall of America. So that's pretty fun as well. But I remember as a kid being like, man, I wish I was there. And I remember the first Nitro, I was there like 3-4 weeks before that, right before back to school. We went there for back to school shopping and all that kind of stuff. You know, your parents take you on. But I was like, I wish we could have been there about a month later. I could have been at the Nitro, but is what it is. And Nitro was a big thing. And of course, Monday Night Raw, a big thing. So big for young Kyle that I had 2 TVs in my room. One hooked up to the satellite dish, one hooked up to my parents' cable. And I was watching both at the same time, flipping back and forth between the big TV, whatever I was more interested in. It was a wild time. You had to be there. But enough jibber jabber. Let's dive into it. You got the Hulkster right here. Hulk Hogan, Monday Night Wars, WWE logo, Elite logo, Rick Rude Build-A-Figure at the very top there. What do we got? 8 and up? Yep, 8 and up on this one. We got the Hulkster representing WCW, brother. And on the side, he's representing it again. And then on the back, got the cross-sell down below. We're unboxing them all once I find them all. We got the tail of tape, got the blurb, got Rick Rude. What's it say on the back of the package? Rick Rude appeared on both Raw and Nitro at the exact same time in a wild power move. That was one of the first power moves I remember as a kid. I'll never forget it. I said, how does he do this? And his face is shaved differently. It's a wild thing. It does say from Venice Beach, California, brother. I went to Venice Beach one time, Todd. I documented it on this very YouTube channel. Check out the video earlier this year. Height 6'7", 302 pounds. Finisher, the leg drop. Watch the leg drop. Career highlights, WWE champion, WCW heavyweight champion, Hall of Fame inductee, and made peace with YouTuber Kyle Peterson right before his death. That's true. That was a highlight for us both, I think. Nitro, September 4th, 1995. In the first ever episode of Monday Night Nitro, the Hulkster retained the WCW Heavyweight Championship against Big Bubba Rogers. A very full circle moment for me because as a little kid, I was at Saturday night's main event with Hogan versus the Boss Man in the cage with special appearance by Zeus. I was live in the audience for that one as a kid, so shout out to me. Shout out to me, a famous one, of course. We do got the baggie O'Doom. What could be in the baggie? See you later. Goodbye. We got the baggie. We're going to find out. Oh, it's Rick Rude's body. Oh, my gosh. See you later. Goodbye. Robbinsdale, Minnesota's very own. I have some business in Robbinsdale a couple times a year, and I always look and I say, Rick Rude was in this area at one time. I do it, but it is what it is. We got the torso there. We'll build him eventually. Off to the side. See you later. Plastic Prison. The Hulkster. He's ready to go. Dare I say, like a young David Arquette, he's ready to rumble. Yes, he's ready to rumble. And the Hulkster, big deal, of course. Now, you guys know me. I was never really a Hulkster guy. I know a lot of people are Hulkster guys. I was a Warrior guy. I was more of the bad guys. I was more of a Bobby Heenan kid is what I was, as you can imagine. But the Hulkster, there's no doubt you got to respect the Hulkster. He was around, and he made some of those bad guys shine, etc., etc. And it is fun all these years later enjoying the Hulk Hogan figures we get from Mattel. And as we know, we get a heck of a lot of figures of the Hulkster. Have to imagine, of course, as I'm filming this before San Diego Comic-Con. Not sure when you guys will watch this, but fully expecting to see some more Hulk Hogans announced at San Diego Comic-Con just like every other year. See you later. Goodbye. All right, Hulkamania is going to start running wild. It's going to start at the table right here today. We do get some extra hands. We got the splayed out hands. We got the cupping hands right there ready to go. We got to grip it and rip it. You know, the Hulkster going to hop on the hog and just grip it is what he's going to do. Watch out for Hogan's hog, Todd McFarlane. So we do got that going on there. We do get the bandana for the Hulkster. It does say Hogan right there in the front. The yellow and red attack. Makes all the sense in the world. I can just see him hopping in his Dodge Viper, just driving after a match after this thing. I had a neighbor at the time. It was wild. I had two neighbors. In high school, my neighbor across the street had a Dodge Viper. I'm like, man, he's like young Hulk Hogan over there. He had a Dodge Viper. And then my parents moved, and then I only lived in that house for like a year before I went off to college and stuff. But that neighbor down the street had a Dodge Viper. I'm like, why don't we have a Dodge Viper? All these other people have Dodge Vipers. Dad, what are you doing here? And my dad said, I can't fit in a Dodge Viper because, you know, he's 6'8" and all. So the more you know, when you're that tall, there's advantages and disadvantages. You can't fit in a Dodge Viper, but you can get the pickles off the top shelf. So to each their own. Get the beautiful heavyweight title here. You know I'm here for that. Looking very good. Nice and shiny. Got the red emblems on there. Very, very nice to see. But albeit still to me a little bit strange to see the Hulkster with this belt. I always think of the Winged Eagle and of course the WWF type stuff. But this is something he held along the way, as we know. Diving into the Hulkster here, we've seen this head before. A little bit old school style head on this one here. Because it isn't the True Effects. It's not the True Effects misting going on. It's the old school, which I actually do enjoy the old school heads. I'm not one of those ones that hates on the old stuff. This one does look good. It still gets the point across. It is the Hulkster here. Got the bald head up top. Got the long hair in the back looking pretty good. You got the Fu Manchu brother. Very, very yellow. Very almost Cincinnati P color yellow. That's what I would go with. Cincinnati P is what that is. Looking interesting, but looks like the Hulkster. There's no mistaking that for anybody else. Two Fists of Fury out of the package. He's got to pose. He's got to throw up the old double guns there. You do got the Hulk Hogan WCW painted on wrist guards here, which is an interesting look. You got the soft goods shirt here. No Velcro, nothing. It's just a straight up soft goods shirt. Hulkster WCW. Got the tears in the back. He's ready to go, ready to get it on here. And then you get the yellow trunks, yellow boots, red knee pads. You take off the bandana, you take off the shirt, and I guess the wristbands, maybe cover the paint or something. This could be almost any era of Hulk Hogan, except early and really late, somewhere in the middle. Could be. You could almost use it for WWE, but it does look good. There's no doubt it's the Hulkster, of course. Now, his arms do go all the way around for us. You get the bicep cut, double-jointed pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. Very tight in the hand department. I'm here for that as well. Head back and forth, side to side, removable. Ab crunch looking good. Got a little bit of that frog in him. He's got that frog in him. That's what we say. He's got a little bit of looseness in the ab crunch. Waist articulation there. Big old Hulkster splits, as we can see. Boot goes up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't like to see that. Don't like to see that. We got a little of the Vietnam special here. We thought we were done with the Vietnam special. Todd, I thought we left that back in 2025, but it reeks its ugly head every once in a while, and it's back here with a vengeance with the Hulkster, as there's just not enough room there, and it's got an action feature. It's like an old Hasbro. It's got the kickback here is what it's got. It's almost like I say the dreaded Nikolai Kickalai for the retros. It's almost in reverse is what that is. But once again, that's a quality issue that Mattel has fought very hard from. There was a time in 2025 where every figure was coming like that. Now it is sporadic, but still happening. They got to hone it in at the factory. Is what they need to do. But that is disappointing. We pay a lot of money. We pay more money than ever for these figures. And honestly, we should expect perfection at the price point these are now. I will say no paint issues on this one, but that does suck. If you're a kid player, if you're a figure photographer trying to pose these things for dynamic posing, guess what? You're out of luck. Yes, you can heat it up, but that doesn't seem to work very good with the Vietnam issue. Your mileage may vary, though, as I always say. With any quality issues on any product, be it food, clothing, action figures, your mileage is going to vary if there's product issues with it. There's always going to be some. That's anything mass-produced. You do get the thigh cut on this one. Double-jointed pinless knees. Yep, pinless knees. Boot cut, ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Made in Vietnam, 2024 on this boot mold for this one. Should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using code Kyle to save 10%. You know it, brother. He's going to fit right in there. The Hulkster rides again, but he's not riding alone. He's got Big Bubba Rogers right there with him. He's ready to square off with an old nemesis. He's had a million names. Can we get the Guardian Angel? That's the one I want to get. Can we get the Guardian Angel? But got Big Bubba Rogers right here. And then we got an Ultimate Hulkster from the WCW time as well. Would have been cool to get these wrist guards here, as they do say WCW Hulk Hogan. Could have put those over. Is what it is, though. It's all about the budget at the end of the day, as we say. Follow the money. Follow the money. But there's the Hulkster. Looking pretty good. A sleeper figure here. Not perfect in the articulation for me, but a sleeper figure. I like the looks of this one. I think it displays really good. I actually do like the head sculpt. I know some people don't like it on this one. At the end of the day, it looks like Hulk Hogan, and I do like it. So this is not a bad piece of business. And it does celebrate the very first ever Monday Night Nitro. And now we've had a few figures from that. Didn't we get a Rey Mysterio from that? Or am I dreaming? We got Puffy Shirt Lex Luger. We know we got that one. Have to imagine we have a few more from that first Nitro, which was quite the event. It changed wrestling forever. We didn't know it at the time, but it truly did at the end of the day. So there it is, the Hulkster riding again in the Monday Night Wars line. What's your thoughts on this one? Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not so sure game. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life game. You can sound off about that in the comments as well. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out Patreon memberships. Check out YouTube channel memberships to support the channel and more content. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available each and every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Hulkamania, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we going to dance or are we going to play?